Listen up, everyone. You're not prepared. Everyone knows that Ripple has prevailed in its lawsuit against the SEC. It's been a long time coming. People were panicked since the price hasn't gone up yet. It turned out to be baseless. And the chief executive officer of the firm is presently engaged in a legal struggle with the SEC to recover the funds that investors had stolen. Amazingly, XRP's price could reach $21,354 or more, thanks to this optimistic indicator. There is no way you can pass up this unprecedented bullish indication. Okay, then, I will begin. The XRP community is going wild with expectation and excitement as the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit has taken an unexpected turn. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has officially decided not to proceed with its lawsuit against Ripple, and now the attention of investors and lawyers is turning to what is widely seen as the next natural step: compensating XRP holders. However, this is no ordinary compensation. The sum is a staggering $500 billion. At the end of the day, XRP believers will expect answers. One such influential person is Jimmy Valley, who doubles as the. This movement is spearheaded by the founder of Valhill Capital, who asserts that the SEC's actions have caused XRP investors to incur significant financial losses. If the SEC hadn't classified XRP as an unregistered security in 2020, according to Valley, its price may have matched Bitcoin's meteoric rise. The price of an XRP token might rise above $10, but the asset's price fell 75% due to the lawsuit, leading major exchanges to delist it and reducing its adoption. One tweeter even went as far as to say, "This XRP news is huge." In his characteristic comedic style, Elon Musk added to the conversation on how rocks can be kicked by the SEC. I feel this way because it is held by a sizable portion of the XRP community, coupled with the belief that the damage was purposefully brought about by the SEC. Among the most vocal advocates for XRP, Jack the Ripper, in an effort to express his frustration, stated that he wanted the SEC to announce the dismissal of the Ripple case the moment they finished every single case. Anger at the SEC's contradictory position on crypto legislation is on the rise. Why did Ripple have to go through such a long legal struggle when projects like Ethereum were treated so leniently? Owners of XRP think that bigotry on the side of. In a move away from federal courts, the Jimmy Valley-based Crypto Justice Coalition is spearheading a campaign to demand compensation for 76,000 XRP holders who were represented by John Dion in the Ripple case. The group is claiming that institutions' attempts to exert excessive regulatory power and control the future of digital banking are desperate. Where bias towards Bitcoin firms is an open secret, the possibility of direct talks with authorities is one of several alternative legal paths the Valley is exploring. An post by John F. Kennedy Jr. went popular, claiming that the SEC is ready to hand out a whopping $500 billion once the initial coin offering, IECO procedure, is formally over. Everyone who has our genuine XRP. This is only one example of how speculation over a potential settlement has been prompted by the increasing requests for compensation. Justice is served and XRP owners will get their just rewards. Despite this demand shows how unhappy XRP investors are. The idea is still just that speculative. Everything makes perfect sense. It is plausible that XRP's market capitalization would have exceeded $500 billion today if the SEC hadn't intervened. Ripple is ready to launch a massive expansion in the US now that its legal concerns have been addressed. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has been successful. It's clear that with the regulatory pressures alleviated, the company intends to aggressively seek expansion in the US market. But what if I told you that our fight with the SEC was just the start? This is Barbie's perspective, she tweeted. But what if I told you that XRP's real potential is just beginning, and the statistics you will have a hard time explaining a $10 increase due to predicted factor. Nothing compares to the potential future of XRP, which is far larger than anyone had anticipated according to the projections made by cryptocurrency specialists. Because of this, XRP has always attracted wild and outrageous forecasts, unanticipated market developments, and speculation. The most recent issue, which caused XRP to briefly appear at a staggering $21,354, has reignited heated discussions within the community. There are many who see it as a portent of XRP's untapped potential and a premonition of the asset's unprecedented future value. But the argument is old news now that incomprehensible naysayers dismiss it as a technicality. A message summarizing the unwavering devotion of XRP holders was written by John Squire and went viral. Even though the economy is tanking, stock markets are crashing, and their own lives are taking a nosedive, they are laughing that disaster. Lots of people in the community think the genuine XRP breakout is coming soon, therefore they're hanging on to their empty wallets of XRP in the hopes that it won't happen. In a strong and unambiguous remark, a monks validated this belief. XRP, a big pump is coming. Going the extra mile, Steph said it how it is. XRP will pump 10 times from here on out. But then came even more gloomy forecasts. While Crypto Geek asserted that XRP holders will be able to purchase one XRP for $110 in just 48 hours, XRP Dragon insisted that $10,000 per XRP is an unavoidable outcome. While these lofty predictions excite investors, they are still based on pure speculation and often do not include the solid market research that would lend credence to them. The current speculation suggests that XRP has had price issues in the past, and that this is just the latest in a series of abnormalities. Whenever there was a sudden burst of interest in XRP, during the town hall meetings last year, some platforms briefly showed it at inflated valuations. For instance, XRP was momentarily listed at $9,864 on CoinMarketCap, but Binance showed it at $5,791. CoinMarketCap also mistakenly put it at $1,919, reigniting speculation about XRP's potential future price. However, despite their allure, these errors are more often caused by flaws with the system, the data feed, or fluctuations in liquidity, than by actual price movements. Nonetheless, these occurrences generate excitement. To tell you the truth, XRP's